Well, hello. We shall give it a minute. Good evening. Some people coming in. Do say hello. Here they come, flooding in now. Good evening, Pingo. Good evening, Jimmy. I think Jimmy's there. How are we? How's your day been? When we get going with it, I'll tell you about my calamity. Not good. Not good. So a slurp of my Sauvignon Blanc. Well, what's been happening? Tell me. Ah, arranging the collection of Boaties 45 from Mustard Yards, Pingu. Is that the one you bought? I lose track of things. Or have you got something else now as well from Boaty? I'm a little bit behind on watching videos and stuff as well. So I don't know who else we got in the room, but do say hello when you're in. So I took Friday off work to go and collect the MGTF, and I took my work phone with me, which I probably shouldn't have done. And I was just getting, I don't know, into Devon or Somerset Devon borders, I guess, on the train, and had a email from our fleet manager in Switzerland, and I'm going to get done for speeding. It was a Monday back in February. I was heading out to an appointment for work, and I must have been booting it down the dual carriageway because I got done. So I haven't got the actual notice of prosecution yet, but I know it's coming. The lease company have got to disclose who the vehicle is leased to. So no doubt Thames Valley Police will be writing to me very soon. And it'll be my first points ever in 28 years of driving. So yeah, I was a bit gutted to get that. Didn't spoil my mood. Had a thoroughly lovely day out on Friday to collect the MGTF. Long train journey, but a great drive back. Yeah, but no, to get that. So yeah, I don't know if it's my first one. Whether I'll get to do one of these speed awareness courses, but I was doing 87 in a 70, which is definitely too fast. And I am, as you say, Pingu, a naughty boy. Definitely right. Oh, we've got another guest. Come here. Come here. This is Louis. We mentioned. Oh, Louis not going to stay still. Louis, can you stay still? Louis was mentioned on the live stream a couple of weeks ago. No, he's off. He's off. Ugh, that knee, he's really soggy as well, and he just made my glasses all wet. I have to have a quick rub of the glasses. That is. He might reappear in a minute. He's a bit not settling down tonight for some reason. He keeps going out in the rain. Yeah, should get the option to do the course rather than the fine. Hopefully, yeah, I'll go and do that, and I'll put my hands up and go and learn about speed awareness. I think that's what it's called, speed awareness course. I think if I was doing over 90, it might be a different matter. That's probably 6 points. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get to do a course and spend some time learning the error of my ways. Very bit quiet tonight. So if you are listening, and do drop a comment. Don't feel shy. Pingus is just the one card. Yeah, HJ Rover. Yeah. You've done one, Pingu, and it was I'd be interested to do it. It's it's not something I particularly want to do, but that's my own silly fault for going too fast, or for leaving for an appointment too late. It was actually only about 3 miles from my house, so yeah, I must have not seen the. I think it must have been a mobile van on a bridge, because I just don't know. I don't remember seeing it, so I must just not have been concentrating and just foot down, trying to get to the lovely M25. But yeah, the TF, I collected that Friday, as you may have seen in my videos. That car, the cat is running around madly. It's the sugar in his food, I think. Yeah, that it had a. So I drove back from Plymouth, which is just shy of 300 miles back to my house, and I didn't take the motorway because I find the journey from sort of Devon back up to Buckinghamshire, if you go M5, M4, just a bit tedious. So I did the A303, which I is a road I really like, and I think I said in my video I like it because you drive past Stonehenge, and it reminds me of my childhood holidays. But Stonehenge, I couldn't see that because it was sheeting down with rain, and B, it was dark, so I had no chance of seeing Stonehenge. But yeah, made good time back up. Yeah, it's a nice car. It's very sweet. I'm sure some of you will see it at some point in the flesh. And yeah, it's for me. It's a keeper. It needs one thing doing to it. The previous owners put some aftermarket fog lamps in, and they don't work anymore. So I've actually managed to find some second-hand ones on good old Facebook, and yeah, I'll be putting those in at some point. So that'll be good. Pingu says mine was a little van hiding behind a pub entrance just as the speed limit changed. Oh, that's doubly cruel. Hiding in a pub and just as the speed limit changes. I suppose that's the place they need to do it, I guess. But yeah, I don't remember seeing it. But yeah, they do hide in some interesting places. And actually, I live in the Thames Valley Police area, and there was a TV series years ago, and it was about the traffic cops from Thames Valley Police. And one of the traffic officers became quite a celebrity. And I remember seeing him in the Milton Keynes-ish area, actually in the flesh, doing a speed trap. And he was you could see him kind of trying to get his body sideways behind a lamppost so that he so that he couldn't be seen. But he was quite a big lad, so he didn't really get away with that one. But yeah, I think anyone who watched that program would have automatically slowed down on seeing him. Also, Thames Valley, very cheeky monkey, that one. So, we've got a few people in, but it's just me and Pingu chatting at the moment. So do please drop a wee comment and say hello, say good evening, tell us what you've been up to. anything interesting, any calamities, any problems. I've got some more number plates ordered from the wonderful Matt Dickens up in Lancashire. So yeah, I'm actually going to put. After I said I hated didn't like private plates, I've got this private plate that was on the ZR 160 that I had last year, which I took off, and it's not sold. So I thought, oh, might as well put it on the TF. So yeah, I've got some nice new plates from up north, and yeah, I've actually pre-peeled the stickers off. But yeah, I've got the private plate with the original dealer logo on, because I really like that, and the car's actually got its original plates on. So it's yeah, that's going on at some point. So once I get the V5, which will hopefully be in the next few days. So Pingu says you think my TF looks very nice, sir. Thank you, sir. That's very kind of you to say. Yeah, it's a clean car, and I've showed it to the garage where the other the two ZTs are at the moment, and they had a look over it and thought it was straight. ZT 260 update. The ABS module had to be sent away because we had an ABS light on, so that would have been an MOT fail. So yeah, lights on the dashboard are causing my ZT's serious problems at the moment. So yeah, I'm just fingers crossed that it's going to be done by Pride of Longbridge. The weather is ghastly at the moment, but there's so much to look forward to. We've got Pride of Longbridge coming up in what was it 2 weeks this Saturday, I think. There's various meetups. There's car shows. Car show season starts. So it's really exciting. Just as long as I've got the car I want to take up. Pingu says I could do a comparison with video with Simon's TF. That has been briefly discussed. Yeah, Simon and I will be doing a bit of content together at the end of April. I think. Yeah. So yeah, that is certainly something that could happen. Just depends what car I take up north, but yeah, it's something that's been mentioned, and I think is a very 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 good idea. So yeah, I'm keen to get the 260 up there. I know Boaty wants to drive my BRM, and I think it was Bad Books sometimes joins these. I think Bad Books yesterday I tried British Motor Museum Gaydon, and also British Motor Heritage, and I did speak to them last week, but they don't have the patterns for the Rover R3 chassis. MGBs, minis. I think they do some Triumph stuff as well. They don't have the pattern for those panels. So I've been into the body shop this week and said, just do what you can with what you can. I just don't know where else you can get those patterns, those panels from. There's some available, but not the one I need. There's one that's really crucial, which is the inner boot support panel. But yeah, hopefully we'll get there. Hopefully we will get there. But yeah, I'm keen to get the BRM back on the road as well because, yeah, it's a nice car, and I can't believe I even thought of selling it. But yeah, gonna really get that car improved. Starting with just a couple of bits on the body, just to make it look nicer. Get the bumpers resecured so they're hanging properly. It's only when they stripped the car down they found just a little bit of rot on the inner boot panel, which is a shame. But other than that, it's just a question. It's more cosmetic stuff on the BRM. Yes. Well, this is very quiet. I don't know whether it's because people are miserable because the weather's so absolutely lousy. And yeah, I've had a couple of very busy live streams. the last two, but yeah, this is what is this, my third one now. So it's yeah, I really enjoyed doing them. I was quite nervous of doing the first one. Didn't know what was going to happen. Didn't know what to expect, and really enjoyed it. So I shall have a slurp while people come and go. There's people. God, the room count is going up and down like a thingy bob's whatnots. You know what I mean? Am I clashing with some kind of sport? Um, Pingu says, I think there might be some confusion as your screen my screen thingy said you were starting at 2000. I wonder because I booked this last week when we were still on GMT, and of course the clocks went forward on Sunday morning. But maybe YouTube doesn't work that way out. So maybe people were sitting there at 8 o'clock thinking, "Where's Rob? He's done a bunk. He's said he's going to do a live stream and hasn't." So I will when I book next week's, which I will do tomorrow probably. I will absolutely double check that. I'll check. There's probably some setting as well with the time. So maybe Pingu, I have made a folks pass, which would be would have been unfortunate. And if anyone's watching this back and they were sitting there at 8 o'clock while I was demolishing pork chops, then I do apologise, folks, because I didn't think the move to British summertime would cause a problem, but possibly it has. I know we had this issue on Monday at work because I had colleagues supposed to be joining a Teams meeting from Switzerland, and they didn't turn up. So all the English guys were on, but the Swiss guys weren't. So I think maybe these electronic doodads get a bit frazzled by the summertime change. We shall see. We shall see. Yes. Well, if we don't get many more people joining, I probably will cut it really short. Thought I was only at 2030 because of Facebook post. Last week's was definitely 2030 because we went out of sync because I did Tuesday. I'm just going to check my. Did I post this one on Facebook? I think I did. I think I put it in Boaty's community page. Actually, I'm just going to go back and have a look at the post. Am I going mad? Quite possibly. Now, the one on Boaty's channel, I put 9 p.m. BST tonight. So it's not that Facebook post. Unless I put one somewhere else. Oh, bugger. Yeah, I'm gonna I do apologize. I'm gonna dig into the settings if that's something you can do when booking a live stream and just make sure that it is showing at the correct time zone because it could be thinking it's 9 o'clock GMT. So what's 9 so 9 o'clock GMT would have been 8 o'clock British summertime. Oh, balls. That's a shame. That's a shame. I'll just drink wine instead. And the cat wouldn't even stay still to show his lovely little face to the people of YouTube. So I'm going to see if I can find him. Well, someone else has just joined, so please, if you are there and put a message there, ask me a question, tell me what you've done today. It's good to have these chats. Just give me 2 seconds. I'm going to see if I can find the cat again. Here he is. He's a bit calmer now. Oh, Louis. So Pingu, you noticed that Simon has Simon has got band practice tonight. Yeah, and maybe everyone logged in early and got confused. I think that's what's happened because I say normally there's some stalwarts who you being one of those, Pingu, who partake in our community chats. I must admit I haven't been on one of Boaties for a long time because I find that a little bit too late. But I think when the evenings start getting a bit longer and I start going to bed a little bit later, I'll start getting on his again. But of course we had Simon's last night, so it's I don't know, maybe yeah, weird. Uh, yeah, I don't know what to say. Don't know what to say. Um, but I've not looked at any cars. I've not been hovering on eBay or Facebook or anything like that. I'm quite content with what I've got now. Um, the 216 you all would have seen by now is gone. Um, and the guy was really happy with it. And he messaged me, what was it, yesterday? He messaged me yesterday, the buyer, and said that he had opened the sunroof, and it didn't leak, and it's shut again. So he's quite pleased about that. So yeah, it's gone to an enthusiast in Kent. Lovely guy. No, I am definitely not Mr. Roger Bottom. Although I am fascinated to know who is running that account because it's quite amusing the way he just pops up and starts doing his what. But no, I am definitely not Sir George Roger Bottom. No way. Um, yeah. um, yes, no, I will get on one of Boaty's chats. Possibly over the Easter period when there's a nice long weekend and I don't have to drag my sorry ass out of bed at 6 o'clock in the morning. Um, so 216 has gone. Micra was supposed to have gone on Sunday, but the guy had problems getting it. So it's either going to go tomorrow or Friday. So the Micra will be off. And then we just need to get the BRM and the two ZTs back on the road. So I can walk out of my front door and go, oh, I think I'll drive this one today. But yeah, the 26 actually going to go straight into the body. Well, when the 26 is MOT'd, I need to get it off sawn. I need to get it into ATS or similar to get the four-wheel alignment done because it's the old tyres that were taken off last week were quite rubbed in not a good way. And then as soon as it's had that done, it's going to go into the body shop to have a little bit of lacquer peel that's dealt with on the wing. And I've been told they can do that before Pride of Longbridge, so just fingers crossed. Pingy, I thought you were going to keep the Micra and tune the engine more. I was going to do that, but I've decided to plough more of my time, money, and efforts into the MG Rover stuff. It's not because I didn't want to do it. It's just that I had to make a decision. Do I, with an increasing fleet of cars, which, joking aside, I hadn't intended to have that many cars in one go. Uh, I've just had, made a strategic decision. All right, that one kind of it's gone a decent way. Let someone else enjoy it, and take it further. So I'm letting so it's someone who has already got a Micra, who's buying it and has done similar stuff. So they'll be taking it on. But yeah, no, I just want to really focus on. So the ZT is coming on. The ZT 190 is coming on really nicely, and that's pretty much once the airbag lights are off. That's pretty much sorted. The 260, we know about the BRM, we know about. So it's really it's getting the BRM and the 260 then up to scratch, up to where I want them to be. Are going to be my priority. So that was the reason behind getting rid of the micro early. Yes, to a microholic indeed. Um, yeah, and the reason he didn't come down on Sunday is because his one of his micros packed up and is having some work done to it. So yeah, definitely. I can imagine this driveway is just full of micros. Um, yeah, so yeah, that's the reason, Pingu. It's purely to just really focus on the BRM and the 260. Good evening, Simone. Um, how are you? Did you think this was supposed to be 8 o'clock? Because I'm got very confused. So we're very very small in number, very small and very select. Um, but Pingu reckons that this was showing as being at 8 o'clock, and I think there's some IT jiggery pokery that's happened because of the clocks going forward. So I'm going to double and triple check when I book next week's live stream um, that it is actually going to be at the time I want it to be at. Simone is okay, thanks. I'm very pleased to hear that. That's excellent. I'm going to try and grab the cat again in a minute so you can see Louis. Louis has made two fleeting appearances already on this live stream. Got to kind of pad it out a little bit tonight because we're so small in number. So you got an alert at the presumably at the right time. So it's a mystery. Unless people just don't like me and don't want to come on the live stream. It could just be that. It could just be that. Pingu is going to start the break. Oh, 420 Tourer. Pingu's going to start the break overhaul on his 420 Tourer tomorrow. Fingers crossed. I'm sure you will nail that. Yeah, that's I just love 420s. I think they're great. Yeah, there's a couple of T series powered cars that I'm going to hopefully do little reviews on at some point in the not too distant. But they're not 420 GSIs. They're 800 and 600s. So yeah, I wish you luck with that, Pingu. I do hope that goes well. Ah, Project MGF says, hello, I'm a drummer, bye. One's a turbo, I believe. Yes, one. The 600, 620 T. Yeah, yeah. I know I said I've not been looking at cars, but I do have an alert set up for 420s on eBay. In fact, I have many alerts set up on eBay for different cars, but I've been deleting them all without looking at them. Plus, the 420 one's always just parts; they're never actually a car. So I think Simon has come in and gone out again. So I don't know if you're still hearing this, Simon, but or seeing it, or both, hopefully. But yes, I hope your band practice is going well. I hope it's not band camp and no one's got a flute. If anyone remembers that film from the 90s, was it American Pie? Can't remember now. Yeah, that'll be Norman. He norms in, norms out again. Maybe a lot of the people who actually come on this live stream are part of Simon's band, and they're all doing that rather than listening to me. So I'm going to have to get some more wine, I think, in a minute because I'm dredging this glass pretty quickly. Oh. Pingu asks, "How is Simone 75? Apparently, they're worth 3K. Do tell us, Simone. Did I read, see somewhere that you were having some issues with it. Um, and I did like your video. Um, Simone's multitasking, watching two lives. That is some going. I don't know how you would do that. Well, saying that, I was trying to be on Project Nigel's live stream on Friday and watching Simone's premiere. So I kind of spent most time watching Simone's premiere, and then just flitted in and out of Paul's live stream because it was yeah, didn't want to miss either. But I spent more time on Paul's live stream after Simone's premiere had finished. Yeah, multitasking are definitely female skills. I cannot multitask for toffee, which is why when I cook a Sunday roast, it normally doesn't go wrong because uh, I'm a fairly good cook, but yeah, there's normally something that takes longer than everything else because I forgot to put it in or something silly like that. I'm not not very organised at all. Give me 2 secs. I'm going to get another glass of wine. Do chat amongst yourselves. So Simone, your 75 is in need of body work. It's terrible. Which panels is it? The usual sill areas, or is it lack appeal, or one of the other common faults? I think 75s and ZTs. It's the jacking points seem to be the really weak spot. I've not seen. Yeah, there was a.
I'm not sure I understand.
You always do that, Siri, don't you? Yeah, I think every problem that I've seen on the bodywork's always been the jacking points, or the sills, the back end of the sill as well, where it meets the wheel arch. So yeah, do tell us more. Yes, my ZT that had a bad jacking point, and the ZT 190. I've got to make sure I put the right number after it, so we know which one I'm talking about. Yeah, and the 260's got a bit of a crusty sill as well, but not bad enough to fail the MOT. So that's going to have to be done. Another sill, but at least you can get the panels off some guy on eBay, so that's all right. Pingu is hopefully getting Boaty's 45 on Tuesday. Then we'll have a week to fix it and get it MOT'd before my wife needs to start using it as her Arthur. Ah, what a good Arthur to have. Yeah. And I forget, is that a 1.6, that one? Or am I getting terribly mixed up? Do let me know, Pingu. 1.4. Pokey little engines. Yeah. Yeah, so once we get out through April, yeah, beastie. Yeah. Um, I think the 1.4 is a good little motor. I think they're perky little things. Yeah, I like K series engines. I think they're brilliant. Yeah, so we've got lots to look forward to in April. POL right in the middle of the month. Yeah, I'm up with Project MGTF at the end of April. So he and I need to plan some content. Don't quite know what we're going to do yet, but we've got a few ideas we're throwing around. And then, yeah, the 1st of May will be my 12-month anniversary of doing YouTube videos. So I will share my first video, and you can see how, quite frankly, awful it was. Pingu says, yeah, more than enough in your Metro GTI, very nice. Back in your youth, yeah, 1.4K series in a Metro, yeah, that's a nice combination. Um, I wonder if anyone's actually shoehorned one into a Mini. That'd be quite interesting car if it's possible. And yeah, the metro scene's quite big. Yeah, I know someone who runs a Facebook group called Metro Madness, and it's that has got a lot of not subscribers but followers. It's yeah, the little metros are yeah cracking little cars. My mother had a Metro in the late 80s. She got it brand new from Dunham and Haynes in Leighton Buzzard. Um, and I still remember the car salesman name. His name was Peter Plale, and he was like a Dave Lee Travis type. Lots of curly hair, curly beard, all the same colour. None of this grey nonsense in here. Pingo says a guy collected a spare 1.8K series from had it in his Mini. 1.8. Ooh, that's gonna be quite tasty. I'd have thought. Jeepers. 1.8 in a Mini. Ooh. I'm trying to think. There was another strange engine. Someone did put another, even not weird because the K series is quite appropriate, but someone put some ridiculous engine in a Mini, and it was just scary, crazy. I can't. They had to. Yeah, they had to have it. I think they had it. You had to cut the bulk. You had to cut a hole in the bulkhead, and you had part of the. I think it was like part of the inlet manifold actually in the cockpit. I'm gonna have to research that because I don't know if it was in a magazine or something, but yeah, someone put a ridiculous engine in a Mini and they had to do a lot of modifications to get it to fill in. VTEC turbo, is that the one? Yeah, maybe that's it. And you have the inlet manifolds, it has to be shoved into the cabin. Hmm. Yeah, Metro 6R4. Yeah, yeah. I just stare. When I go to Gaydon, I just stare at that. Um, that's really good. I've been doing quite a lot of research into the development of the MGF um, for future content. Not so far away actually. It's quite interesting what they were at one point thinking about with the mass producing the 6R4 engine and having a roadster with that motor in. Didn't come off. But I shan't say any more. I don't want to spoil my video that I'll be doing hopefully very soon. It just needs to be dry. Yes, very bouncy and hard. Yes, and hard to keep in a straight line, let alone stopping. Jeepers, with a brake stock. Well, I know you can get brake upgrades for the minis pretty easily, but I don't know how good they are with a powerful engine in. Yeah, my ZR, the guy who bought that had a Lotus Elise, and my ZR's engine was it was a really strong engine. It had been very well rebuilt fully, and it had a 170 chip in it. And he took the engine out of the. I might be repeating myself, so tell me to shut up if I am. But yeah, he took the engine out of the ZR and put it in his Lotus, and he's apparently been doing very well at his races ever since. But I don't know what's happened to the body. Be nice to know, actually. Would be nice to know. Well, this is very quiet, and I think, unless anyone has got anything else, Series One Elise, yes, yeah. I think Series Two had a mixture of K Series and the Toyota. engines, and then the Series 3 are all Toyota from memory with the Elises. Might be wrong. I might be completely inaccurate there. Yeah, I think yeah. Series 1 were all K series. Series 2 were K series, then Toyota, and then Series 3 all Toyota. But yeah, I think you said sounds right. I think that's about it. I think they stopped making them now. They stopped making them last year. Yeah, I'm not massively up on Lotai or Lotuses. Never know the correct way of pluralizing Lotus, but yeah, it's not a car I know a tremendous amount about. I don't know a tremendous amount about anything really. But, well, this has been a very quiet Beards and Bangers live stream. I will commit to checking what has happened with the timings here. Because Jimmy Quinn's comment was actually in there when I turned up. So Jimmy, if you're watching this back, I really hope that you weren't sitting there waiting for me, because it was not intentional. I do apologise. So I'll make sure that next week's will be at 9 o'clock BST, 9 p.m. BST. I will make sure that's sort of cast in stone when I set it up. But yeah, given that we're so small in number, and Pingu's fingers must be falling off, I'm going to bid you all good night. Thank you for watching. And yeah, I'll catch you on the live stream. Well, catch you on my live stream next week. But if not, I'll catch you on one of the others in the community. But yeah, I'll have a video out Friday, Saturday, I should think. So thank you for watching, and see you again very soon. Good night.